And we look at those 7 principles of Kwanzaa, those aren't just labels, those aren't just names. It's a lot of thinking, that's a lot of engagement, but it's also a lot of Sankofa in the sense that you're not just going to the past to stay in the past. You're going in the past to bring it forward and use those. What does Umoja mean in 2022? What does Ujamaa mean in 2022? What does Imani mean on January 1st? Why is it January 1st, the 26th of December through January 1st? That was very deliberate in a sense that what it does is it disrupts the calendar in the sense that it's not going to be on the 25th and then end on the 30th and now New Year's Day. No, we're going to bring it over into January the 1st and do it the day after Christmas to occupy that space for practical reasons. A lot of people are off. For ideological reasons, it's not Christmas. And to create a new rhythm in the calendar, because January 1st, whether it be, we know that last night was watch night service. In the Christian traditions, that's an African tradition, and our ways of knowing that we created here. It was also a solidarity moment that you saw. January 1st, 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation went into effect. So people stayed up all night in the churches in Philly and New York and other places. They said, now the Africans have been freed by the paper, and now we go get these guns and free ourselves. So you see them that are enjoying, because the paper don't mean nothing unless we stick it on the end of this bayonet and kill everything moving with Confederate States of America. January 6th coming up in a minute, so we'll maybe come back to that in a second, because it may just be a hot Civil War jump out of this cold one that's coming. But at any rate, but then I remember William Cooper Nell, who a writer, scholar, who in 1863 said, now January 1st has a different meaning, because before January 1st in the South was considered among many of the enslaved the worst day of the year, because January 1st was the day and on many plantations where those who had us captive would decide which of us would be sold or rented out. So you might have your family broken up on January the 1st. And William C. Nell, in one of those northern churches, I want to say it was New York, said that finally, perhaps now, January 1st can lose the meaning that it has had before, as we make this our Emancipation Day. So we talk about Juneteenth, but really Juneteenth is like a child of January 1st. It's really about emancipation. They found out in some parts of Texas in June 1865, but January 1st, 1863 was the date. It just happened to be June because that's how the army was moving. But I said all that to say this: Kwanzaa goes from the 26th of December to January 1st very intentionally. That wasn't a mistake, because then it bleeds into the next year, and the last principle is Imani. So I said all that to say this: those contributions are incredibly important.